You're 63 years old. It's 2 a.m. The grid just dropped. The CPAP next to your bed goes silent. You walk into the garage in the dark, find the box marked emergency power, and now you have to operate a device you bought 8 months ago and never plugged in once. Which brand did you buy? Because here's the part nobody in the YouTube review world tells you. The spec sheet doesn't matter at 2 a.m. What matters is whether you can actually use the thing. I spent over 20 years building disaster recovery plans for Fortune 500 companies. In every single audit, we tested one thing above all others. Not whether the backup system existed, but whether the people on shift could operate it under stress. We called it the 2 a.m. test. Half the failures we found weren't equipment failures. They were interface failures, human-side breakdowns. Now translate that to your household. You're not a 28-year-old YouTuber with 3 monitors and a soldering iron. You're a homeowner over 60. Maybe you wear readers. Maybe your hands aren't what they used to be. Maybe your spouse is the one who will be operating it, not you. So when people ask me, Jackery or EcoFlow, I don't start with watt hours. I start with this. Can you, half asleep, in the dark, run it without calling your grandson? That's the test. Here's how to run it. 4 components. No sales pitch. First component. Can you physically move it? A 1,000 watt-hour portable power station, which is the sweet spot for most households running a CPAP, a fridge cycle, lights, and a phone, weighs between roughly 24 and 27 pounds. 24 pounds doesn't sound like much. Now imagine carrying it from a basement shelf up a flight of stairs in the dark while you're disoriented from being woken up. The Jackery 1000 V2 has a foldable handle and a smaller footprint. You can stack things on it. The EcoFlow Delta 2 has rigid wing-style handles that protrude on both ends. Heavier, more awkward to grip if your hands ache. Here's your homework for this section. Before you buy anything, go to the store. Costco, Home Depot, or an outdoor retailer, and pick the unit up. Carry it across the aisle. If you can't, you bought the wrong one. Get the smaller capacity unit and buy 2 of them instead. That's the corporate redundancy principle, applied to your bedroom. If this is the kind of preparedness content you wish someone had told you 10 years ago, hit subscribe. That's the deal. No fear, no cosplay, no tactical nonsense. Back to it. Second component, the interface. The EcoFlow Delta 2 is built around an app, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, smart home integration, a phone dashboard, firmware updates, powerful, genuinely impressive. But you have to want to use an app. If you didn't grow up swiping screens, that's friction, and friction at 2 a.m. is failure. The Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 has a simpler approach. One large LCD screen on the front, big numbers. Battery percentage, watts in, watts out, time remaining. That's it. You push a button, you plug in your CPAP, you go back to bed. The corporate version of this principle is called operational simplicity under stress. The best emergency systems are the ones a tired human can run wrong and still get the right answer. In EcoFlow's favor, and this is fair, once you set it up, the app does add value. Scheduling, smart home tie-ins, remote monitoring. If you have an adult child who's tech fluent and willing to be your support, the EcoFlow ecosystem rewards that. If you don't, simpler wins. Action step, pick the unit your spouse can run without you in the room. Third component, 3 gaps almost every over 60 buyer falls into. Label them clearly. Gap 1, the CPAP humidifier trap. Your CPAP itself draws very little power, maybe 30 to 60 watts. Run it all night, no problem. Turn on the heated humidifier and the heated hose. Now you're pulling significantly more, sometimes triple. The fix is boring. Turn the humidifier off during a blackout. You'll be fine for one night. Gap 2, pure sine wave. Both Jackery and EcoFlow output pure sine wave power, which is what sensitive electronics and medical devices require. Cheap off-brand units often don't. If a power station doesn't explicitly say pure sine wave, walk away. Both of these brands pass that test. Many bargain bin units do not. Gap 3, the chemistry question. Both current models use LiFePO4 batteries, sometimes called LFP, that matters. Older lithium-ion chemistry degrades faster, generates more heat, and has a shorter useful life. LFP lasts roughly 3,000 to 4,000 charge cycles, which is about 10 years of regular cycling under normal use. If you find an older Jackery or EcoFlow on clearance with the old chemistry, that deal isn't a deal. It's a 5-year unit dressed up like a 10-year one. Action step: confirm that LIFEPO4 or LFP is listed on the spec sheet before you buy, not negotiable. Fourth component, the piece nobody talks about. You're not buying a gadget. You're buying a household system you want to be still useful when you're 73. That's the 10-year test. 2 things to check. First, battery cycle life. Both modern units are rated for thousands of cycles, which on paper easily outlast the next decade. Second, the manufacturer's track record. Jackery has been in this market longer. EcoFlow is the more aggressive innovator, pushing charge speeds and expandability. Neither is going out of business tomorrow. Both honor multi-year warranties on the LFP models. Here's the Gen X reality check. We grew up with a Sears Craftsman wrench that you handed down. Then we lived through the disposable electronics era, VCRs, camcorders, 3 generations of iPods, all in a landfill. A portable power station should be a Craftsman wrench purchase. Buy once, cry once, use it for a decade. Don't chase the cheapest, don't chase the newest. Buy the boring, well-reviewed, simple one and put it on the shelf with a charging schedule taped to the lid. That charging schedule, by the way, is the document. Every few months, top it off, drain it down to about 30%, and top it back up. Both manufacturers recommend regular cycling and storing at roughly a partial charge. Check your specific model's manual for their guidance. Write the date on a piece of masking tape on the case. Boring, effective, corporate. If you want the full CPAP during a blackout walkthrough, wattage math, humidifier strategy, and runtime calculations, I made a dedicated video on it. Link below, watch that next. So here's the 4-part framework. The lift test, can you carry it? The 2 AM interface test, can you operate it tired? The 3 gaps, humidifier draw, pure sine wave, LFP chemistry, and the 10-year test. Buy the Craftsman wrench, not the disposable camcorder. Between these 2 brands, here's how most households over 60 should frame the decision. Jackery, if you want simple and you'll never open an app. EcoFlow is for you if you have a tech-fluent person in the house and you want raw capability. Run the 4 tests. Neither answer is wrong. Your homework, 10 minutes or less. Pull out your CPAP, look at the back label. Write down the wattage, stick it on the fridge. That one number determines everything else. I'm Ernie. This is Prepared Not Paranoid. Build the plan. Skip the panic. Grab the free household audit, link below.